My name is Evelyn, and last Thursday, my own son, my only child, said something that shattered me so deeply that I couldn't breathe for minutes. He looked straight at me and said, "Mom, maybe you don't belong in this family anymore." Those words didn't just hurt, they killed something inside me. I raised him alone. I worked 3 jobs. I sacrificed everything. And now I don't belong. That night, I took a step he never expected, a step that made him cry, beg, and search for me for days. It all started after my knee surgery. I had to move in with my son Adam and his wife Megan. At first, Megan was as sweet as can be. She'd say, "Evelyn, don't worry, we're family. This is your home now." But slowly, things began to change. It wasn't one big fight. It was death by 1,000 cuts. The little sighs when I asked for help. The subtle eye rolls when I moved too slowly. The passive-aggressive comments that chipped away at my spirit. "Do you really need help again? Your things are all over the place. You're slowing us down." Adam, my Adam, rarely noticed or maybe he just pretended not to. I kept quiet. The last thing I wanted was to be a burden, but the pain, it grew inside me like a weed, silent and suffocating. One evening, I wanted to do something nice. To contribute, I decided to make dinner for them, my famous chicken stew, the one Adam loved as a boy. But when Megan tasted it, she pushed her bowl away. "Ugh, it's too salty. Mum, are you okay? Maybe you're just getting old." I felt my face flush, but I forced a smile. I looked at Adam, hoping he'd say something, anything, but he just sat there, silent, avoiding my eyes. That silence hurt more than her words. But the real breaking point, the moment my heart truly fractured, came the next morning. I was trying to get a glass of water, my knee still stiff, and I accidentally bumped into a shelf. A vase, one of Megan's favorites, fell and shattered on the floor. Before I could even apologize, Megan was shouting, "Seriously? This house isn't a nursing home. I can't live like this. You don't belong here." I froze, my hand over my mouth. But what destroyed me wasn't her anger. It was what Adam said next. He didn't stop her. He just muttered, "She's right, Mum. Maybe it's time to give us some space. Give them space. From me, the woman who gave him life, who rocked him to sleep, who taught him how to walk." Those words sliced through my soul. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just shut down. A part of me simply went cold. That night, when the house was dark and quiet, I made a decision. At 5 a.m., I quietly packed a small bag. My hands didn't even shake. I was numb. On the kitchen counter, I left a simple note. "You wanted space. I'm giving it to you. Don't worry about me." But I didn't go to a friend's house. I didn't check into a hotel or a nursing home. I went somewhere none of them would think to look. a place from my past. They'd long forgotten my old childhood farmhouse, a small property out in the country that I still secretly owned. It was run down and quiet, a place where no one could hurt me anymore. As I sat on the dusty porch watching the sunrise, I breathed freely for the first time in years. I breathed in the silence and my own solitude. When Adam woke up and found the note, his world imploded. The space he thought he wanted suddenly felt like a terrifying, gaping void. He panicked. He called my phone over and over. He sent dozens of texts. He drove around the neighborhood, his heart pounding in his chest. Megan, trying to downplay her role, said she'll be fine. She probably just needs a walk to cool off. But for the first time, Adam turned on her. His voice, raw with fear and guilt, filled the house. You pushed her away. You humiliated her for months. What kind of person tells my mother she doesn't belong? For the first time, Megan looked genuinely scared. The hours turned into a day. A day turned into 2. 2 days turned into 4. Adam didn't go to work. He barely ate. He just searched. He cried. He blamed himself. He even called the police, filing a missing persons report. My absence was teaching him a lesson. My presence never could. He was finally seeing me, but only now that I was gone. On the 5th day, a flicker of a memory led him to the farmhouse. He pulled up in a cloud of dust and ran towards me, his face a mess of tears and exhaustion. But Mum, why did you leave? Why didn't you tell me where you were going? I thought something happened to you. He was breathless, his hands shaking. I looked at him, my own voice calm and steady. You told me I didn't belong. His face just collapsed. All the anger and frustration drained away, replaced by pure gut-wrenching remorse. Mom, I didn't mean it. I was stressed. I was stupid. I am so sorry. Just then, Megan stepped out of the car. She approached slowly, tears streaming down her face. Evelyn, I disrespected you terribly. You didn't deserve any of that. I promise I will change. And for the first time, I actually saw sincerity in her eyes. Not pity, but true regret. We sat together on that old, creaky porch swing. I looked at them both and said, I don't want to be treated like an intruder in my own son's home. I don't need luxury. I just need respect. Adam grabbed my hand, holding it tight. You will get that, Mom. Not just respect, we want you. We need you. Megan whispered, your family. And I forgot what that meant. We all cried together then. Not tears of sadness, but tears of release, of understanding. For the first time in months, I felt seen. I felt wanted. Sometimes the people you love the most forget your worth. Not because they're bad people, but because they get comfortable. They get lost in their own lives. And sometimes your absence becomes the only lesson your presence could never teach. I didn't disappear to hurt my son. I disappeared so he could finally remember who I was and what I truly meant to this family. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever felt unseen by your loved ones, know that you are not alone. Please share and subscribe for more stories that touch the heart.